Yo, what's up? Max here, and don't get fooled by my rather relaxed demeanor today, because I do want to talk about something serious with you, and that is the shocking consequences of you never becoming free. So if you ever thought about becoming free, if you ever thought about building your own business as an online coach, online service provider, freelancer, but you think that you might want to do it later, or you think that you're not made for that, then pay attention right now, because if you don't do it, there's some very, very harsh and severe consequences. So pay attention now. Number one, let's look at your potential or your existing relationships. Alright? You might have a spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, fiance, and you think that, it's alright spending a couple hours a day with them. It might be alright that you have a job, or that you're currently studying, or that you're gonna have a job, but think about the consequences of your relationship if you never truly become free. Birthdays missed, birthdays forgotten, maybe even anniversaries missed, any important moment that you could spend together missed, because you have to go to an office, because you have to be there, because your boss doesn't give you off time. Vacations, something as simple as, hey, let's go somewhere together and spend some time there, becomes this complicated, like almost like logistically impossible task. There's some ducks there washing themselves. Not sure if you can see that. It's amazing. Small things like going on a vacation together becomes this like crazy task of seeing that both of you have time off at the same time, and seeing, oh, I hope my boss gives me time off. How much better could your relationship thrive if you were free? If both of you were free? If you could just spontaneously go on a crazy weekend trip down to Italy, for example. How good would that be for your relationship? Just be able to do whatever you want spontaneously together. Let's talk about experiences. What experiences can you really have if you're bound to an office job, if you have to commute every day? What experiences, small experiences, like just staying up at night because you're playing that video game and it's just so engaging right now. But nope, you have to get up at 6 a.m. and be ready for that work. What experiences could you have? Being able to travel the world. Nowadays, you have globalization. You can hop on a plane, you can fly across the globe. But only if you have the time and if you have the money. Especially if you have good money, you can fly business class, first class. You can chill like I'm on a hammock right now, but you're flying somewhere. How amazing is this world? Think about all the crazy, amazing places that you've ever dreamed about as a child that you could visit. And you slowly but steadily grown up. And you kind of realize consciously, maybe not even consciously, that you're never going to be there. You're never going to be able to be there in the next 5-10 years. But maybe if you work really, really hard, and then you retire at 65, 70, 75 after decades of grinding your life off, maybe then you'll be able to go see the pyramids, right? When you're old and half dead already. No, you should be able to enjoy these things in your youth, while you're healthy, while you're fit, while you can do all these things. Talk about the next thing, health. What about your health? How many of us are overweight? Slightly overweight, maybe, just, right? How many of us are overweight because our job is so demanding? Because we simply don't have the time. We wake up, we jam down that coffee, we get to force down some breakfast, we go commute to the job, we hang out there hours a day, and when we're home, we're drained, we're dead. Who really thinks about going to the gym after a draining day, mentally draining, physically draining at the office? No, all we want is maybe, pop a beer, chill in front of the telly, right, until we pass the out. That's what most of us do. How could your fitness profit from you being free, having a ton of spare time, being able to afford the superfoods, the healthy food, right? Not always having to jam down some random restaurant food that you find maybe at a food stand even, right? How much would your health profit from that. And another point, something that I unfortunately see in 99% of the world population in the Western civilized world, that is, we're slowly dying inside. We're dying inside. Again, and you hear me saying this example over and over again. Walk down the street. Look people in the eyes, especially in the morning when everybody's commuting. Look them in the eyes. Are they awake? Are they focused? Are they alive? Or are they dead? Are they in derp mode, right? It kind of feels like they've given up. And this is, I'm bashing jobs here a lot. It's not necessarily jobs. There's people who love their jobs, right? There's people who are on their purpose. They're working together with colleagues in a team, working on something great, working on something that they believe in. That's cool. That's great, right? Such jobs are amazing. If you have one of these, I respect the hell out of it. And I'm really happy for you. But what I mean is, by people dying inside, is when there's people who are not on their purpose, who let fear get the best of themselves. And because they're afraid to fail, afraid of risk, they don't start that business that they always wanted to do. They don't step out of their comfort zone, trying to achieve something that they really want. And the result of that is death. Before the actual physical death, it's mental death, it's spiritual death. It's the death of your soul. Most people aren't alive today anymore, and I posted that on my Instagram recently. I said the worst thing about life is not that we all have to die, it's that some of us die before our physical death. Most of us, in fact. That's really, really bad. Don't die before your physical body is dead. There's so much to live out in this crazy world. There's trees, nature, big cities, amazing parties, music, concerts, or simply a picnic with a loved one. All these things are out there, but you can only do them if you're 100% free. Right? By the way, on a side note, follow my Instagram account. On my Instagram account, you can truly see what it realistically means to be free. All right? I'm not talking about being a digital nomad, surviving on $200 a month somewhere in Thailand. I'm talking about being wealthy enough to truly do whatever the hell you want. And I primarily set up my Instagram to inspire others. And if you follow my Instagram and you just daily get hit with that dose of freedom, of inspiration, oftentimes I drop some value nuggets about business, building a coaching business, building an online service providing business. If you do that, you kind of get your brain on your side slowly, because we all know change starts up here and then you got to take action. So I'm going to link my Instagram right now. Give me a follow, and I'm going to link a second Instagram account here as well. It's called the Freedom Business Mentoring Instagram account. That's me and my team, and on there we also give daily value nuggets about business. We show you short 1-minute videos that can help you change your life, and we also show our most inspiring client stories, so that you can see it's possible. Those are usually clients that have started from scratch, from zero. Some of those clients have already made money, but we help them scale their businesses, help them make even more money. Oops, mosquito. So follow these 2 Instagram accounts. Most importantly, that Freedom Business Mentoring Instagram account is rather small, so I reply to DMs personally. So if you ever wanted to send me a DM, do it over on that Instagram account, because I can help you. It's going to be really, really cool. Now, next point, I kind of mentioned it before, is think about all the interesting things that you could learn if you're free. Okay, we want to learn. We just don't want to learn other random BS that we're not interested in. I never liked learning at school. I was good at school, but I never liked it. What I like learning nowadays is learning a new language. I'm studying Russian, and I could do that because I'm free, because I have a lot of spare time during the day. All right, maybe you want to learn a new sport, right? Maybe you learn how to ski, how to skate. Maybe you want to learn a martial art. Maybe you want to take jiu-jitsu lessons. Maybe you want to take some instrument lessons, singing lessons. You want to work on like a little side passion of yours, but you couldn't so far because you were too busy with your job. If you build a business as an online coach, online service provider, and I keep mentioning this example because it's one of these businesses that is easy to start, one of these businesses with very, very little risk. It's one of these businesses where you can get extremely wealthy because the profit margins are so high, and you can get that fairly quickly. Okay, this is not a get rich quick scheme whatsoever, but it easily allows you to make 4 to 5 figures a month within the first weeks if you execute properly. That's why I keep mentioning this business model as online coaching, online service providing, because it's a very, very great thing to start. Now, think about your family, and maybe you've seen that in a separate video. One of the greatest things I've ever bought with money is going on a trip with my dad. Right? Maybe you want to spend more time with your mom, with your siblings, with your cousins, with your grandmother. Because we all know life is unfortunately not infinite. It's very finite, and it can happen like this, that someone dies. Maybe a friend gets cancer and dies, and you wished you had more time to spend with them, you know? So think about the family. Think about the people in your life that you'd like to spend more time with. And if you can't do that because you're stuck in a job, that's a very, very, very bitter consequence. Somehow realizing that it's too late because you spent too much time at work. Bitter consequence. Don't get there. Now, let's think about something more positive. Think about all the people you could help. If you're doing online coaching or online service providing, think about all the people that you could help. Often people come to us because they say, hey Max, I've always wanted to help people. I've always wanted to inspire people. How can I do that? Right? Now think about all the people that you will never be able to help because you're stuck in a 9-to-5 job, because you're having excuses, because you're actually afraid, and that's why you're procrastinating. All these people could use your help right now. Why are you procrastinating? Right? Well, think about your confidence. Where could your confidence be? Where would your confidence be today if you started 5 years ago and you've already helped people, you've already been wealthy, you built that wealth, you've already traveled the world, done all these amazing things? Think about where could your confidence be? Come on. You deserve it. You owe it to yourself. And last but not least, people say, but I need confidence that I can make it. I need the confidence to know that I can actually succeed. No, you don't. When I started out, I wasn't confident in myself at all. But I was confident in a system. I was confident in the system that my mentors back then gave me. And by all means, I still have mentors. I'll probably have mentors till the day I die. Having mentors is extremely important. If you might not have confidence right now, you might think you're not good enough yet. You might think you don't know enough about business yet. You might think you don't have good enough of a skill yet. Don't worry about all that. Get a mentor and trust in a system first. Trust in the steps that you have to execute. That's what I trusted in the beginning. And I got results, and I got my clients results, and I got paid for it, goddammit, and I built my confidence through that. That's what counts. But I want to bring your attention back here to all the negative consequences. Your relationship, right? Your current relationship or relationships that you're going to have in the future. The experiences that you could have. The fact that you're probably going to slowly die if you're not working on your dreams, if you're not working on your passion, right? All the things that you could learn, your family, all the traveling, all that, poof, gone. Unless you take that step into the unknown, unless you say, yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm going to take that step, even though things are not perfect right now. Even though I'm not fully feeling ready yet. You're never going to be feeling ready, okay? It's one of the big lessons I've learned myself. And a good way to start that is you can literally jump on a free consultation call, either with me personally or with an expert from my team, right? And on that free consulting call, we'll be equipping you with a step-by-step system, right? That's what I talked about, right? You gotta trust a system at first. We can equip you with that system to get started as an online coach, online service provider, to finally build that wealth, to finally experience that freedom. So if you already have a skill and you want to monetize that, give us a call. That call is for you, okay? That call is entirely for free. Now also, if you're already making money with something but you want to scale it properly, you want to build it to something proper, that call is also for you. But even if you're not 100% sure yet what it is that you want to be doing, but you do know you want to be free, you do know that you like money, you want to be wealthy, okay? That call is for you as well. But either way, you gotta be an action taker. This call is not for dabblers, right? We don't want to waste our time. You don't want to waste our time either. Right? It's not for dabblers, it's for people who are serious. Again, that call is entirely for free. There's no hidden costs whatsoever. All you have to do is you jump on that link that is in the description right now. Maybe it pops up somewhere here right now as well. Click that link, brings you to a page, read what's on that page. On the bottom of that page, fill out an application, right? Short application, takes you 1 minute max. Fill out that application, and then at the end of that application, you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. We're going to get on a call with you. We're going to look at your situation. We're going to be equipping you with a step-by-step system that is customized to your exact needs. And then you can get started, okay? We can help you get started. Very, very happy about that. If the link still works, it means that we still have spots open, okay? Usually these spots fill up fairly fast nowadays, now that the channel is getting bigger. So take action now, otherwise it's too late. Remember the consequences, right? Don't mess it up. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe talk to you very, very soon. Signing off, and GG.